Hello, hi, namaskarams to everyone gathered around, visible or invisible. Today we are here after a long time. It seems like in this series of what we called Family of God. How I came about to this very moment in this beautiful space that we're sharing our minds, thoughts, hearts, feelings. It's a story. But usually, when someone says, I'm going to tell you a story, it is normally perceived as a made up event. This story, though, that belongs to this family can be an instrument in helping any family out there. When we were in California on the road, long story short, we were on the road, homeless, walking a path so uniquely designed, and we absolutely had no control. We were just surfing on the waves that were carrying us, and we would see signs everywhere, people that were put in the right place, right moment to bless us. It was wonderful. It's weird that we were suffering, but we didn't feel like we were suffering because we were aware that God's presence, His love, His word, through a song or anything, it was given to us when we needed it. One of the signs in one of the shops, it said, when you give, you win. When you give, you win. Everyone wants to win, but no one really wants to give. Most of the times we are winning by taking, getting, right? These experiences has been imprinted in our hearts and minds, at least in mine. And the only way it's complete is when we share it, and the story is complete. Are you ready to win? Are you ready to give? Can you bring yourself to a place where you can receive love a level that is overwhelming. There is no proof, there is no evidence, because it's a new thing. It's a new space and a new place. You just have to put the first step. Say yes. The rest will create its own story and history if you record it. So, this is my humble attempt to give, because I also want to win. I want to win your hearts. I want to win on love and all the goodness that comes from it. So today's beautiful day began the same way. Normal. We think we're doing it. My life. In my journey of cleaning up clutter, creating space, and then filling the space with me, or just being in that space, you're happy. So I have a second room. On one of our moves, I have collected some stuff and it's been sitting on the attic. It was quite a mindless, it was mindful subconsciously, but I was thinking, oh God, I just want to clean up that attic. It's been up there for long enough. I'm not using it at all. Just some boxes, and there is a swing, stuff like that. Because why we collect stuff? We collect it because we think we're going to use it. It's going to be useful. Basically, we don't want to get rid of it. You have to be open to hearing the truth coming from someone who's gone through a very intense experience. So my intention is that it will become easier if I share tips and pointers, and then one could choose to apply it in their own lives. There is no way out other than just going through with it ourselves. There is nothing here that tells you do this, do that, or don't do this, or because then that becomes easy, or that becomes less of a value. You have to experience it. Then that sticks with you. You have to track those experiences. And then you connect the dots. That's what you do with your mind. Then I also had another thought, thinking maybe I can postpone. See, for me, it's been happening. Like I said, absolutely no control. My rebellion has just gone somewhere down, buried. Because so much grace, so much blessings, It's very humbling that there is something out there. There is a spirit. It's within us. It's within all of us. that just love so much that you melt. There is nothing in the world that can, you know, push that away. What rebellion? This kind of love, it's a beast. It just won't budge until all the children come back home. To where? To love. That is, it's healing. It's very, very powerful. So then I had another thought that no, let me postpone it. It's not necessary. Maybe I'm just making it up. If you're on this path of fine tuning yourself, if you're, especially if you're in a place and space of solitude and a lot of reflective thinking. So I almost thought I'm not going to do it. But then the place I live in, the small vendors are very extremely active. It's interesting actually, very interesting place. It's a dead end. It's all the way downside from the main road at the very end. So there are these small vendors that come by, and it gets very noisy in the morning. And there's one guy who comes pushing the cart, collecting junk from people. He's got an amazing voice. He doesn't use the speaker like everybody does. Maybe he can afford it, I don't know. But he has this sound, he announces his arrival with this long list of things and junk that he collects from people and gives them money. It's not much, but so that was my plan. Stay with me. I would call him and I would clean up the junk, was my idea. So I wasn't serious, but in the morning when I heard his voice, I just got up and like I said, there is a spirit within that is moving us to do things. And if you're awake and if you're aware, it's a very hyper sensitive energy, even in little things. It's amazing. So I just scream from my window and I tell him to come to the third floor, and he does. And he turns out to be a really nice fellow. So I asked him, what's the deal? What do you do? How does this work? So he says, we collect these things. I get some money and he takes it to the main area where they're processing these, recycling this stuff. That's really good. Can you come inside, see my stuff? So actually he turned out to be such a great help. There was absolutely no messing around, and you kind of know because it's moving smoothly. So now you're on the roll, you're doing the work, takes out everything, and I also track what I have, what I don't have. All the boxes are gone. There is this one swing though that that has played a lot of roles in my life. I just can't get rid of it. The wooden kind of swing that you hang from the ceiling. Many stories are there with that swing. But we won't get into that now. That stayed because they don't accept these. Something else. I have one box with a bed. That's it. Everything else is gone. Then, without my knowledge, he asks for steel stuff. So now, this is my second round in the kitchen, cleaning up the vessels and all that. Mostly junk and mostly things we're not using. My God. And I give away some other stuff when I get some small money. which I was very much in need. It's a very small money, but still, I needed it to recharge my phone. Some small chore, and it was all perfect. It ended perfectly. He was happy, and even he expressed, "Wow, this feels good to clean it up." Right? He does this. Goes to many people's houses. Sometimes I think they bring it to him. I didn't have any uh, obstacles, you know. See, in my life, if you hear all the other stories, very, very intense. In 51 years, how much has been bottled up in one lifetime? It's very, very intense. So you have to have that kind of a mind to track, receive. But these are simple stuff of life, and what we learn from it and what we become through the experiences. So, like I said, it was the second round in the kitchen. There was a first round of cockroaches attack. Supernatural, you know. But this was the second round, and after he left, it was such a relief. The feeling of cleaned up, and you got it done. Because, like I said, for me, even the smallest thing, there can be a massive obstacle, or it won't happen. So your mind changes because you start to think differently, and then you make choices differently, things like that. An awesome feeling of accomplishing something so small, but it makes such a big difference. I've had so many experiences like that. The space that we create, and how we use it, how we maintain it, begins in the home. It's like a reverse therapy. When you start doing things like that in your home, then it affects your mind, your heart, everything. Just that little bit of work just explodes into a big ball of an energy that gives you so much space, and you feel relief. So later in the day, I was sitting and thinking and reminiscing this whole experience I had, which was completely, again, I was controlling it, and I was doing the work in my mind, what I need, what I don't need. People, sometimes we are either lazy, or we just don't have the mind to do it, or we are distracted. We have this to do, we have that to do. Especially for ladies, it's a natural thing to clean up and be tidy, especially in the kitchen. How you cook, with what mentality, everything. So I was sitting there thinking, wow, my home is spick and span now, completely clean. Of course, you can find a little bit of junk here and there, but the main work has been done. The home is ready. My heart's ready. My mind is ready. And then one thing leads to the other in the journey of the thoughts in the mind. I've been recording these messages of my experiences, and I took a little space because one particular segment completed, and I was thinking, what do I do? Then it pops up in your mind. It's like a pop-up. With these thoughts, it comes in forms of words or pictures, right? That I remember one time, because see, the mind is absorbing, it's like a sponge, it's absorbing everything that we see, we do. And this particular series, Family of God, I had started long back, months ago, and there was only one track in it, and after that it kind of went into a tangent, some other stuff. I'm like, wow, okay. See, you know it when you see, like when I told you about the sign we saw. When you give, you win. Even the most scattered brain, completely distracted mind, trust me, that is where I come from. You see these little signs and these very new kind of experiences. That's why I said it's not there in any of the books, any scriptures. This is our life. It's not a made up story, it's a real story. Believing it or not is your choice, because there is a tone to the truth being spoken, and it does something when it goes inside your mind, and it touches your heart in such a way that, like I said, you fall for it, because he's trying the same distracted, scattered mind, he's trying to use the same patterns to change it. So he'll use the same technique and trick us. This is not deception in the sense, it's divine grace. Unbelievable. If you just let him in, because this energy is a respectful, good experience. So I thought of that. It's like, okay, maybe we can continue on that. And then the next thought comes: climbing the ladder. I'm like, wow, that's what it is all about. It makes so much sense. You have to choose to climb the ladder. Usually, climb means going up, going higher, going to a better place, going to a better space, right? And now then the whole that segment of the mind, right, in the database, in the computer, was just filled with this energy and made so much more sense. I listened to that talk and it was perfectly aligning with what is going on in my life. Beautiful. It's July. It's August. We just finished July. Beautiful weather. It's raining. But there seems to be a balance, kind of. But again, I think it's just me. What's happening inside of me is what I'm seeing and perceiving around the world. In this day and age of AI and this and that, the real intelligence within, it's a very spontaneous manifestation. And it tracks everything appropriately, according to where you are, how you are, and what you're feeling. I don't know, he's probably doing this with everyone. That concept of God being everywhere and in everyone. So these people who come, take the trash away, clean up, I bless them every day. Where we live, it's surprisingly very, very clean. Won't believe it. We are in a village. There are mentalities that are still very primitive. But after there was this garbage war, they come, they clean up, they go. I bless them. I say, God Thank you for they have come today and cleaned up the place. These little jobs that these people are doing, I have a very, very special place in my heart for them. What they're doing, without them, it's difficult for anyone to live. But we do have to give it a little thought instead of treating them like somebody who is low minded. These people are carriers of energies. Now we'll get into the real meaning, the real truth, the real stuff. It should be easy now to grasp it. People are made of what they have experienced in their life and how they have perceived it. Okay, so they have different energies inside of them depending on their all personalities, right? The personalities are the shape and the form of thought patterns in your mind that has been formed over time, lifetimes probably. So how a person's mind thinks and acts, it depends on what they have gone through in their life. But if you understand this concept of carriers of energies, I will give example of my own mother. Very, very difficult to live with her, to do anything, to get along, because she's a very like a solo mono kind of a mindset. You see, they're all mindsets. Over time what happens is that particular thought or a feeling becomes so strong that it manifests as an energy. It is the spirit, right? It is shaping and forming you inside your body. So that's what comes out of them. If some people are doing their job and they're doing it really well, tested and tried, sometimes it looks like that person is going to change or it's going to get clear, it's going to happen like it's happening to me, but it won't. Then later I got this understanding that upon looking into it, that these people are actually created so they can carry a certain kind of energy, and they will finish. That's why they can't change, they can't come to the side, they have to finish it on that side. They're doing that. It's like a cleanup job. You have the right, you have the choice to either carry it or not. That's up to you. We all come from parents, generations of accumulated energies. One thing leads to the other. What you do in this lifetime makes a big difference. What you're going to do in the next lifetime, forget about lifetime, this moment, once it's gone, it's gone. So right now we're sitting and chatting about all the good stuff of life, and that's awesome. But this moment, after it's gone, it's gone. Then you are in a space. What you do with it, it's your choice, and how you do it and with who, right? So that personality comes out of us because we have accumulated it. It's very, very strong, and we think nothing can change it. This is how I am, but it's not true. Look what's happened to me. So it's been cleaned up, it's been ironed out, and it probably is going to continue that way for the rest of my life, and that's fine. Because right now, this moment is where I'm at because of all that, and it's beautiful. So there are certain people who carry certain energies, and they are doing the collecting job, garbage work. Once they're gone, it's gone. What I have learned to do is think about all the good stuff they have done, all the good times we've had. And again, this is a place of pure honesty. So there's no cutting corners, cheating, just blabbering lie, or some excuse to escape. There is no escape. Sometime at some point you have to take that first step and put your leg on the ladder. You're going to be climbing up. Yes, we will fall many times and we have to start all over again, but we're climbing, we're going higher. It'll happen, it'll mellow down. It's a beautiful analogy, isn't it? So we're going higher. Just that little bit of space you cleaned up. Just now it's so freeing, because we live in a world full of chaos. Let's admit it. Mentally scattered, physically with so much pain. Nothing really works fine. Everything works around with workarounds. So we're all climbing the ladder. And to those who are doing that kind of a job, playing that role, God bless them. Thank you. Because only they can do it. So much I'm learning, reflecting on my relationship with my parents and all that. How difficult it was. But I understand it now. So we are also carrying energies that we have accumulated, our own experiences, some coming from me. So when we meet people, we have a relationship. Thoughts are going back and forth. The personality, energies are going back and forth, So if it's all cluttered and if it's congested, then you can't breathe. You fall sick. And there are a few who is awake and aware enough to pray for relief. But when it comes, we have to be ready to accept it. We may not even be climbing the ladder, we don't know. We might be just flying. It's like a never-ending ladder, It's just going on and on and on. But like I said, it's a metaphor. Everything we can learn just by how we live, and that encompasses everything. Thoughts, your mind. And what I'm trying to say is, you can change. Anything can change. But what we have in control of is our own self, our own mind's thoughts. Cannot be mad at somebody because they're doing a dirty job. They're also, like today I was surprised with how cordial and how smoothly the relationship went, and so my energy, my attitude transferred. We had a good time. It can happen. There was no high, low, nothing. Wouldn't that be nice? Especially with our own family, when we can understand each other. One person just starting to do the work can change everything. We stop reacting to their energies and things popping out all the time, mocking you or devaluing you. The higher those challenges, the higher yourself is. So there will come a time when you'll be like, welcome it. Thank you. You're going to make me more perfect. Now my attitude is how I'm going to take this particular challenge. Initially, it may sound or look scary, but it's not, because you're being helped. Like I said, we are all going to come back home. So, I dare you to receive the truth, receive love, apply it in your own life if it makes any sense to you. But we will keep trying to create that space in the mind first, to even let something new come in, a new spirit. When we work with that good spirit within that is so confident and so strong, pushing away everything else, might take some time, but the work is happening. One day we will wake up to a different place and space and feel good, feel the relief. And the same thing will be experienced with a little more maturity and understanding, and that will make all the difference in life. You will start to see things just as beautiful as they are, instead of your mind being somewhere else, just completely scattered. So we'll keep climbing the ladder. If I do reach somewhere, I will let you know. But that's the process here. You go higher, and you become better when we choose to do things with a good attitude, and basically all that, the fears and all this junk, too much junk. Yeah, like that. Space is good, it's not scary. So when this spirit keeps filling us up, every cell in our body, scientifically, every thought in our mind, you can climb as much as you can. And every deed you do becomes a good deed from that place. Your fears melted because you filled with so much love. All those things, it looks like some garbage collected, thrown, recycled. It will feel good. You will feel good, and it's going to get better. And that's a promise.